Well, hello, and good evening. Welcome to my channel, Laura's Lupus. Hi, my name is Laura, and I created this channel for lupus warriors like you and like me. On this channel, my hope is to bring about more awareness about this chronic, debilitating disease and mysterious disease called lupus. I hope to educate and also, most of all, to encourage lupus warriors out there. But not only did I create this channel for lupus warriors, I created this channel for anyone that's knows someone that's touched by lupus, anyone that wants to know more about this disease called lupus, anyone that wants to become a part of the community in order to spread awareness. I created this channel for friends of lupus, spouses of lupus patients, um, relatives of lupus patients, co-workers of lupus patients, anyone that knows someone that's been touched by the disease called lupus. Okay? And so come on and join this community. Um, on this channel, we talk about all things lupus. We talk about our good days, we talk about our bad days, we talk about the challenges of living with a chronic illness, we talk about the challenges of living with lupus. There's no topic off limit regarding lupus. And in this community, we're very open, upfront, and honest about living with lupus. Okay? And so on today's video, I wanted to talk about um, is there a diet? Is there a diet that can cure lupus? Is that a fact? Is it a myth? Is it fiction? I mean, you can turn on any social media platform, you can go into any bookstore, you can go into the library, you can look at any online or physical magazine. There are all types of claims out there that if you do this diet, that diet, these are the results that you will get. And so as I looked at it, I'm like, well, there are so many diets out there. What is the diet that cures lupus? Does this really exist? I'm interested in that because if it is, hey, sign me up today. And so as I looked, I found that there's the keto diet. And none of these diets that I name are claiming to cure lupus. But these are some of the diets that are out there that people are raving about, and not only for people with chronic illnesses, but for people on a healthy lifestyle journey, a weight loss journey. Um, People are saying that they've gotten really good results for anything that they're battling in life, or if they just want to make healthy lifestyle changes. And so, um, okay, what are some of the diets that are out there? You hear about the Mediterranean diet. There's a lot of talk about the keto diet. There are a lot of diets out there that include vegan or vegetarian. There's the all meat diet, the no meat diet, the dairy diet, the no dairy diet, the seafood or fish diet. You know, there's all types of diets out there, and it can be confusing. And then when you start hearing testimonies of people saying, well, I tried this diet and this is what I followed, and I had lupus and it cured my lupus, well, that sparks your interest. And so, what are you guys' experience? Have you followed a particular diet as a lupus warrior, and have you seen good results? What were those results? Have you experienced a diet that has cured your lupus? If so, please feel free to leave the information in the comments section below. What was your experience? What's the name of the diet? Okay? And so as I researched this a little bit more, I found that from credible sources and credible information that there are guidelines out there as far as foods that a lupus patient should avoid and foods that we should include as a part of our diet on a daily basis. And this information can be found on Lupus Foundation of America, lupus.org, and Lupus Research. There are a host of videos out there, online magazines. All of this in order to give fair credit, this can be found online and at your any bookstore or your library. So let's start off with the list of foods that lupus patients should avoid. First on the list, we should avoid high sodium foods, foods that are high in saturated fats, foods that are high in potassium. But hold on a minute, hold on. Because lupus is not a one size fit all, some of these things does not apply. So for me, to avoid foods that are high in potassium, it doesn't fit me. Because as a lupus patient, I struggle with low potassium. So I have to include foods that are high in potassium in order to keep my potassium levels up. You see what I'm saying? Lupus is not a one size fit all. And then last but not least, foods that we should avoid are foods that are high in phosphorus. And you'll find this more in your fast foods and in your canned foods. Canned foods are really notorious for having a lot of salt and a lot of phosphorus. I found for me, in order to avoid foods or ingredients that I shouldn't have, or avoid foods that I shouldn't have, when I go to the grocery store, the first thing that I look at, I flip the food item over, and I've become a stickler for reading the contents. What's included in this food, whether it's on a can, whether it's a frozen meal, or whatever the case may be, I flip it over and it's like, okay, what's included in this? And I've trained myself. The first thing that my eyes go to is the sodium content. Because a lot of these foods that are claiming to be healthy, man, do they include a lot of sodium. And so the health organization is recommending that we only have 1,200 milligrams of sodium per day. Not per meal, but per day. And they're thinking about lowering that. It hasn't happened yet. But if you look at some of these meals that claim to be healthy, um, if you eat one serving of that, you've met your sodium intake for the day and you can't have any more sodium. And so the first thing that I do is I don't look at calories, I don't look at carbs, I don't look at sugars. The first thing I look at is the sodium content. Because avoiding these particular foods that I just mentioned not only can help, decrease inflammation, decrease the number of flares, but also it can help keep your renal functioning healthy. And your renal functioning is your kidney functioning. So that's very important in a lupus patient, okay? And I think this right here, this list of foods to avoid, I think it also applies to anyone dealing with any type of an illness, whether it's a chronic illness, diabetes, or whatever, or if you're just looking to live a healthy life. This can be incorporated as part of your healthy lifestyle changes. What are some of the foods that we should include in our diet as a lupus patient? Well, it's recommended that we include lots of fruits and vegetables in our diet. And so let me take a look here at the list that I wrote down as far as fruits and vegetables that we should include in our diet as a lupus patient. We should include blueberries are good for us, cauliflower. They say that red grapes is really good for lupus patients, olive oil, cabbage, onions, arugula, radishes, turnips, pineapples, cranberries, egg whites, buckwheat, and sea bass. Now, out of everything on this list I have had, and I try to at least incorporate into my lifestyle, my healthy eating lifestyle, I have not tried the buckwheat or the sea bass, and that's something that I am looking to try. What has caught my attention regarding healthy eating or diet that could possibly work for a lupus patient? And this diet is not claiming to cure lupus, not by a long shot. But I have ran across testimonials online and on social media and in books regarding the Mediterranean diet. People with chronic illnesses, people with any type of illness, and lupus patients. There are hundreds and hundreds of testimonials that say that this Mediterranean diet really works. So for me, I really don't like to say the word diet. I like to say lifestyle change. And I'm really not looking for something that's going to be difficult to follow, where I have to weigh and measure things, where I have to count every calorie, where I have to go out and buy a lot of herbs and spices and things that I've never heard of or that's hard to find in a store. I like to keep it simple. If I'm going to do a lifestyle change, I don't want to set myself up for failure. I want it to be something, a change that I can be successful at. And so I like to keep it simple. Things that I have, I like to use things that I have in my cupboards on a regular basis, or things that I can run into my local grocery store and pick up. Also, for me, I do not want to spend lots of money on um, frozen or prepackaged meals being delivered to my door every day. If I'm going to start a diet, and I don't like to use the word diet, if I'm going to start a lifestyle change as far as healthy eating, I want it to be something that I can do at home. I have blenders here, I have mixers here, I have a juicer here. So all I need is, one, two, or three things that I can, put in the blender, to make my own smoothie, my own shakes, or all I need is a few items that I can cook that are easy to cook, that I can prepare for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, so that I can feel like I'm accomplishing something. But the things that I'm cooking, I want it to be heart healthy, lupus healthy, um, and just healthy for me in general. Okay, I don't want to, to follow something that, I have to go through step number 12 and step number 24 in order to make it work. Let's just keep it simple. Let's just keep it plain. Let's keep it something I can do every day, something that I have in my refrigerator. Like I said, something that I can run to my local grocery store and find, not something that someone has to fix for me when it comes to my door, pre-prepared and frozen. And I just, that's for me. That's my personal preference. I just don't want to deal with that. And also, I want to try something that I'm going to see results. And so, when it comes to this Mediterranean diet, if any of you have tried it, what were your results? What did you think of it? Did it make a difference in your lupus? Did it cut down on your flares? Did it cut down on inflammation? Did it increase your energy? Did you see a difference in your numbers when you go to your doctor? And so that's what I'm looking at. That's what it's all about. It's about, maintaining my health, um, making sure that I'm not denying myself a lot of things where it's just so strict that I just got to cut this, this, and this. I don't want that. I want to be able to indulge in some of the foods that I like, but I want to see a difference. I'm a numbers person. I like to see, whatever I'm doing. I like to see um, goals reached. I like to see things making a difference in my life. I like to keep it easy, simple, balanced. Um, not all of this other, stuff that I have to do. I don't want something where I started and then if I should happen to stop, that things start to go awry. Sometimes you hear about these weight loss diets where as long as you're following the weight loss procedures, then as soon as you stop, you get all the weight back and then some. I don't want that. And I can stick to something. I'm a goal setter and I like to meet goals, and I don't like to set myself up for failure. And to be honest with you, one of my weaknesses is potato chips and the sweets. And so, from what I understand, you're not supposed to totally deny yourself the foods that you like, but have like a cheat day or something, and then also everything in moderation. And so this is what I'm looking for. And that's what sparked my interest in the Mediterranean diet. Because after looking at it and looking at some of the things that you have to incorporate into your daily living, I'm like, I can do this. So, what is the Mediterranean diet? Let's talk about that. Well, it's an Eastern diet. And with Eastern medicine, they don't just look at drugs and diagnostics and surgery and procedures. They take into account the entire person. So they look at number one, nutrition. It includes Eastern medicine includes acupuncture. It includes stress reduction, massage, herbs, and then also mind and body meditation. And so when you get into the Mediterranean diet, which comes from and is practiced in the areas of France, Spain, Greece, and Italy, what is the breakdown? What is the Mediterranean diet and what does it include? And so on this video today, I'm just going to give you the gist of what I found. On the next video, I'm going to go more into, after I've tried it and tweaked it for me, I'm going to do a video as far as, more of, the guidelines, um, what ingredients you need, meal planning, a menu for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, things that you should incorporate, just more details about the Mediterranean diet. But today I'm just going to give you a quick synopsis of what the Mediterranean diet is. And this comes from an article in Healthline, and it's entitled Mediterranean Diet 101, A Meal Plan and Beginner's Guide. This article is written by Chris Gunnars, BSc, and Rachel Link, MSRD, and the article date is 10/25/21, and it's an online article for Healthline. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure to give fair credit. So here we go. What is the Mediterranean diet? As I said before, it's practiced over in France, Spain, Greece, and Italy. And it's a diet that includes lots of fruits and vegetables, legumes, nuts and seeds, whole grains, and heart healthy fats. And they're by no means saying that this cures lupus, and it's not just practiced by lupus patients. It's practiced by a lot of people that just want to make healthy lifestyle changes or that are dealing with any type of an illness and they want to eat healthier. The Mediterranean diet is known for its ability to support brain function, promote heart health, and regulate blood sugar levels. So this can be for anyone that's looking um, to have to have this to have these things happening as far as healthy living, to incorporate this and see a difference in um, your health. This can be for anyone. Things in the Mediterranean diet that you should avoid. It says here that you should avoid processed foods, added sugars, and refined grains. And on the next video, I'll get more into the recommendations on or lists of foods that you should avoid for that. The Mediterranean diet, get this, is high in plant foods. It's a plant-based diet. It's low in animal products and low in meat consumption. And also, it requires, listen to this, requires that you eat fish or seafood at least twice a week. And when I read this, this sounds like something that I could do, because, like I said, the potato chips and the sweets, it causes me to slide off the wagon. I'm not going to say fall off the wagon. Because when you fall off a wagon, you get run over by the wheels and you're laying there and you're injured for a while. No, I slide off the wagon and I'm always able to jump back on. Any type of a diet or healthy eating lifestyle change that I make, normally I'm pretty good. I can stick with it for about a week or two. And then there comes these cravings and desires for sweets and the salty foods. And like I said, I can slide off the wagon really easy. And so I need something that's like I said, that's very plain, that I can do, that I can incorporate, but then also where I'm not denying myself some of the foods that I like. And I can have at least one day where I can eat these foods in moderation instead of sitting there eating a whole bag of chips. Maybe I can have 5 or 6 chips instead of eating, a large slice of cake or pie. I can shorten that and have a thin slice or a small slice. But I cannot see myself totally denying myself um, a slice of cake or a slice of pie, or a scoop of ice cream or something like that. You know, that that would take a lot of discipline and a lot of self-control for me. And I do have, don't get me wrong, I do have discipline and I do have self-control. But I don't want to deny myself totally, because then when you deny yourself, you end up eating that whole bag of chips. You end up getting one slice of cake and then going for a bigger slice of cake. And I don't want to see that happen. I don't want to set myself up for failure. So I am very interested in this Mediterranean diet. And based on the information that I found during my research, I feel that anything that ails us, any type of sickness, can be helped. Some illnesses can be reversed based on the foods that we eat and cutting certain foods out of our diet. But I have not found anything out there per se that is a diet that can cure lupus. Like I said, if it is, I would like to research it. I would like to hear the testimonies, and if it's something that that's really um, applicable to me, then hey, sign me up. I'll try it, as long as what doesn't hurt or harm me. If it can improve my life, if it can reverse my lupus, then I'm all for it. So anyway, I didn't want to make this video too long, but I just wanted to talk to you guys, and in the comment section, let me know what you think. Let me know your experience. Have you ever tried the Mediterranean diet? Have you ever tried a diet that was specifically assigned to you that cured your lupus? Let me know the results. Let me know the name of it. Let me know what was included in that diet. Okay, I am very interested. So let me wrap this up. I don't want to go on and on and on. But anyway, as I say at the end of every video, remember, there is life after lupus. I hope this video finds you doing well. I hope that you guys are staying safe and as healthy as possible out there. Take care of yourself. Stay encouraged. Stay strong. Um, and I will talk to you again on the next video. Okay? So bye for now, my friends.